guys, and welcome back to my channel, Pitolinmotion. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Ira and I do project management content, so be sure to subscribe, and thank you to all my lovely subscribers coming back. Let's get straight into it, guys. All right, guys, so today we are going to be talking about how you can find the best project management roles, and I know this is a video that y'all have been asking for a while, so I'm so happy I've had the time to put some things down and give it to you. Finding good and effective project management roles is so key when you want to develop in your career fast. I've always told people, if you want to get into project management, the key really is to get some delivery experience, get your foot in the door. Doesn't necessarily matter where or what field, but just get your foot in the door. It helps. However, despite this advice I give, if you can get your foot in the door in a good organization delivering good projects, it can be the main difference between you staying in an entry-level roles for 2-3 years and you being able to jump after the first year because you've had the opportunity to really deliver. And the first time that you can be able to see if a role is going to be good is from those job ads, is from when you're going to look for those roles. You want to make sure you're looking for the right one. So I'm going to give you a few tips here, how you can spot good roles, where you should go to, the kind of things that you should be looking out for, and hopefully you can get the best roles for you. Let's get popping. All right, so first of all, to find the best project management roles, you need to know where to look. Where are recruiters, where are employers advertising these roles? And there are a number of places that you can look, but these are gonna be my top 3. Number 1, and it may be the most work, but in my experience, it's been the most effective for me. The role that I'm in right now, I did this and I got this role. And the role I was in before, I did this and I got this role. As far as I'm concerned, it knocks out the middleman, and that is to go to career websites of companies that you're interested in directly. Let's talk a little bit about why that's just such a good and more efficient idea and way of working. Let's say a company has hired out a recruiter to go and get candidates and to advertise their roles on a different job board. Cool, that recruiter will look at that CV and look at it to see if it's a match for the role that they're trying to recruit for. But ultimately, if the answer is yes, it's still going to go all the way back to the company, to their either hiring manager or to their HR department to do a second look. So really, instead of having a 2-pronged approach, first look at the recruiter to then send it on to HR to then go to the hiring manager, what we're trying to do is just go direct. Cut out that extra stage. It reduces the amount of time it takes for you to get to a reply because it's already going directly to the HR department within the firm that you want to apply to. But also, I just feel like sometimes recruiters, they don't even really know what they're recruiting for. They just go around looking for everyone, and that really just slows down the process. It's not really targeted. I remember when I got the role that I'm currently in, my CV went directly to the HR department and I got a response within 2 days saying, I would like you to come for an interview. Far faster, way more efficient, guys. Go direct. Yes, I agree, it's more work than just going on one website and seeing all the roles that are there and filtering through. Fair enough, but do you want to get a good job or you want to be lazy? Don't be lazy and then ask yourself why you're not getting good results. This is how to do it, so make sure you do it. The second place that I go to look for really good roles are LinkedIn, and I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with LinkedIn, but it is a good place to look. If you don't already have LinkedIn, side eye, bombastic side eye. LinkedIn works in 2 ways. One is a job board that pulls together a load of different companies that are trying to recruit for roles, and recruiters as well, and puts all of the ads in one place that you can literally just filter through and look for the jobs you want. But not only that, there are also recruiters on LinkedIn that if they are looking at your profile and see that a particular role may match your skills, they'll reach out directly to you. Guys, the amount of times that recruiters have reached out to me unsolicited, I ain't even looking for no role, I'm quite comfortable where I am, but that opportunity has already been, you know, set up for me, is because I've already got my profile up and they see my skill set. It can come to me. If you ain't got LinkedIn, you're really dulling. I'm not even gonna talk to you. Make sure you get LinkedIn today. This is not an ad, this is just good advice. All right, so that's the second place I would look on LinkedIn. There's a lot of filtering mechanisms that you can use, such as your location, if you want a hybrid role, if you want on-site, salary expectations, the level of experience of the roles that you're looking for. So it's a really quick and easy way also to find new roles. Then lastly, there are other job sites such as Indeed and Reed in the UK are good for finding roles roles. I found that they're not as effective as LinkedIn and going direct personally. However, if the roles are there, make sure you're still looking. Sometimes it's like a needle in a haystack. You need to really look to find a good role there, but these are places that you can find specific roles for project management, so make sure you're looking as well. Number 2 then, you need to be searching for the right role title. You want to get into a project management role, that's great, and all you're searching for is project management roles. You're typing in project manager and looking for the roles. Girl, guy, sis, bro, you are literally cutting yourself out of, maybe I would say, a good 40% of project management roles. And the reason for that is that different organizations call project management roles different things. So you may be doing project management, you may be doing delivery, but it ain't called project manager. You need to be looking for implementation managers, delivery managers, scrum managers, planning managers. All of these roles are delivery roles. All of these roles are project management roles. But once again, organizations, they use different lingo, but it doesn't mean that you won't get the experience you need to elevate to the next level that you want to be in the future. It is so critical that you look at the bullet points, you look at what is expected for you, and if it's in line with project management delivery, then guess what? It's a project management role. I often say also, a lot of people in their roles that they're doing right now are doing project management. And that's why if you do have some kind of delivery experience in the current role you've got, even though your name is not project manager, it will be easier for you to transition into a project management role because you have, and you can demonstrate that you've done certain things. So do not be bogged down by the job title. Please. Don't be doing that. Make sure you're looking at all of those job titles that I've just specified to you so you don't miss out on opportunities. Alongside that, if you're looking for an entry-level role, make sure you're looking at those key entry-level roles such as project coordinator, planning coordinator, associate project manager, junior project manager, all of those kind of roles. I've done a video on my top entry-level roles. Also, I'll link that in the cards. Make sure you check that out if you're new in the game and you want to go for something a little bit more supporting. Next up, you need to check if you qualified for the role and how technical the role is. Guys, this one is key. This one is going to stop you from applying to roles knowing that you haven't even got a chance, knowing that you're just throwing out this application and you're wasting your time where your time could be better utilized elsewhere. Now, I'm going to show you some examples of some roles right now where you can easily identify whether I, given the level of experience that I have or the level of technical ability that I have, should be applying for this kind of role or not. I first of all want to say, don't worry about years of experience. People often get bogged down when in the job title it says we want 3 years, we want 2 years, we want this. Listen, you ain't got to get all of those bullet points. You ain't got to have all of those bullet points down of what they want, right? Obviously it's preferable. Let me not say it's not preferable, but you ain't got to have all of them. If you have 70% of what's there, I'm even tempted to say 60%, go for it. And if the years of experience is what you don't have, don't worry about that. If you can hit any of the other bullet points, focus on that. Don't just disregard that application just because you don't have the number of years of experience that they require. What's way more important to a recruiter, to an employer, is what if you can get the job done. All right, cool. So I'm gonna get a job ad up on the screen, and for me, this is kind of a role that if you are new to project management and you want to get into a project manager role, this should be a role that you'll think, I could probably do some of these things, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. If we have a look at this role, it's a project management role working for Burberry, which is a luxury designer, and here it says digital project manager. Now, that should be your first, I'm not too sure. If I'm not a technical person or I don't have specific experience in a particular place, should I really be going for this? If you see anything that has something a little bit more specific at the beginning of it, let's say it says IT project manager, technical project manager, digital project manager, M&A project manager, which mergers and acquisitions project manager, guess what? They're probably gonna be asking for something a little bit more specific, something a little bit more technical. So if you don't have that, it should already be a little bit of a red flag. That being said, still look at the ad, try to see if you can tick off at least 70% of the things that they're asking for. So let's have a look. Despite it saying digital project manager, I'm also looking at the key things that they want in an ideal candidate. someone that's proactive. They have a positive way of working, capable of delivering projects. I love that word, capable. It doesn't say has delivered projects. Yeah, it says capable. Think of that first. Capable of delivering projects. Nothing too technical. There's a bit of knowledge about agile. So if you haven't done a certification, for example, and you can't demonstrate it in your work, that you've done agile delivery, it might be a bit trickier. But if you have done a cert, that's a good way of you saying, well, I do have a good knowledge, even though I haven't applied it yet, I have a good knowledge of agile delivery. Those kind of things there. The key and the things that I'm looking out for is there anything specific to do with delivery that I cannot do? And as far as I'm concerned, this job ad specifically looks at your soft skills. Nothing in this role drives to me they want someone technical, someone that has a high level of experience in a particular area. And because of that, despite it saying digital project manager, it already tells me, probably as someone coming in for an entry level role, you could probably do this role and you should try to apply. Right, let's look at a different ad so you can see a contrast view to roles that if you're just getting to this game, you probably shouldn't be applying to, okay? Don't do that. Okay, so let's look at this role now. This is a role, it's a 12-month contract, and it's a contract role as well. The first kind of thing that should give you a little bit of a red flag, if you didn't already know, is the salary. If you're just getting into project management and you ain't got no experience, why are you applying for an £800 a day kind of role? What? Why you do that? Try to take a reasonable approach in terms of salary expectations. If you have no experience, you're not gonna get £800 a day should you really be applying to that role. And a lot of people just think, well, it's a project manager role, so it doesn't really matter. Remember, under project management, it starts all the way at one side of the spectrum where you're just getting in, and all the way to years and years of experience. You can really build your career and grow your salary during that time that you're a project manager with the same title. So it's really important you look at the ad, don't just look at the title. Okay, so going back here, already just looking at the daily tasks, looking at the skills that they require you to have, I can see about 5-6 systems on here. I can see a lot of technical words that I don't even have a clue what it is. That's a red flag, guys. If you see like 4, 5, 6 systems or 4, 5, 6 technical words and you ain't got a clue what any of those are, I would deprioritize that personally. It's most likely too technical for you. Also, when it comes to specific daily tasks and things like that, right now we're talking very much about, you know, logs. We're talking about business cases. They want you to know about budgets, they want you to know about plans, they want you to know about business operations, certain methodologies. It's all pointed out in there. There's very specific references to project management language. Lastly, if they're asking for experience on projects and they say something like large scale, they're generally talking about things in the millions, projects with budgets in the millions. If the largest budget that you've ever dealt with is 20k and now you want to deliver £1 million projects, just be wary that perhaps also might not be a good role for you. It probably won't be fit for you at the time. 100%, I'm a big advocate of shoot a bit higher. Don't underestimate yourself. But at the same time, when you get into a role, you don't want to feel under pressure, feel like you can't do this role because you've over-egged it and you've just given an impression to that employer that you're something when you're not. It's a lot of stress. Project management is already a stressful role itself. Try to be somewhat realistic, and more so just try to find skills in yourself that link to these roles. And I'm hoping that I'm showing you how to identify it. So lastly then, if you want to find the best project management roles and you want the best chance of getting these roles, I would say ask for a referral from someone that works at that company. What you might be unaware of is that people working at a company that you're hoping to go to have some leverage. They usually have an internal system where they can refer candidates for specific roles, and people currently working in that company generally have visibility of those roles before they even hit the job sites like LinkedIn, etc. So if you want to work for a specific company and you're thinking, there might be project management in this company, make sure you're reaching out to your friends, your co-workers, your family, your friends of a friend, whoever it may be, to say, hey, are there any project management roles in your company at the moment? And if there is, ask for referral. Think of it this way: that person's already been through the recruitment process and that company deemed them good enough to work for their company. So if they come in to refer someone, one, they already know that if I'm referring someone, I ain't trying to mess up my set. So I'm not referring someone that ain't up to it, because then it looks bad on me, right? The company know this, right? So if they're referring that person, it's already a good indication that they have similar attributes, they can get the job done, they have a similar work ethic as the person they've already employed, and therefore I'm more likely to give them a little bit of a look rather than a random person that I have no connection to that's applying for this role. Make sure you do that where you can. Ask for a referral and get ready to start getting these jobs. All right, guys, so that is it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe as well. More content is on its way. Let me know how the job search is going. If you're looking, have you had any kind of luck? I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you drop a comment down below, and until next time, see you later.